Welcome back, guys and girls. I know it's been a long time. Uh, I've pretty much been away because I got not necessarily a new computer, but I got my old computer fixed. And it was in Micro Center for a very long time, for about a couple of weeks. Going on maybe like almost 2 months. 2 months now. My laptop has been in the shop at Micro Center, and now I'm finally back, and I will be doing regular uploads again. I will be doing regular uploads again now that I'm finally back. And today I am working on. I just finished watching. I just finished watching Castlevania, and I decided that I want to do a new drawing on Simon Belmont. Like if you can see my old drawing that I did, it's of Alucard from the Castlevania series. So now I'm going to be doing Simon Belmont, as you can see here. And right now I got this is the classic pose the pose that you see in Super Smash Brothers. So I'm drawing inspiration from that pose, and I plot out the joints of the character, the direction of the body. So this particular stream, I didn't want to just start it off straight from the beginning. So this is still the early stages of the drawing, but I didn't want to start off just straight drawing the inner skeleton and then laying everything on top. So this is going to be the halfway point of the beginning of the drawing. So yeah, you'll still be able to learn something, and also just to note that these live streams that I'm doing now is going to be accompanied by a shorter video where I'm going to explain everything again, and you're going to get some background into the background on the character that I'm drawing. So pretty much I'm doing the old format and the new format with the live streams. And if you haven't seen the new Castlevania anime that's on Netflix, I really advise you, if you're a fan, really go check it out, because it is done so well. The anime is done so well. Season one is only about 4 episodes. Season one is only about 4 episodes, but it's still very well. Season two, it picks up. Season three, most people like season three, but season four, no, it's season three that some people don't like as much. But I kind of personally, I enjoyed season three. All the seasons I love, But yeah, it's the anime is pretty much like a prequel to the games. Like if you ever played Symphony of Night on the original PlayStation back in what was it, 1996, 1997, Symphony of Night on the original PlayStation. It's sort of like a spiritual prequel to that particular game. I don't want to go too much into it, like if you haven't watched the anime yet, but you know the basic story with Castlevania, and how the Belmont family, they come back each generation to. There's sort of a family of hunters, and they come back each generation to kill Dracula, pretty much. So Dracula is the main, sort of like the main antagonist in the series, but uh, he's not necessarily he's like an anti-hero in a way. Like he is a bad guy in the series, but he's sort of like an anti-hero, more like someone who's not necessarily I mean, he is evil. He is evil, but I won't say he's not necessarily pure evil, because he does have a heart. He does, you know, meet a human girl, and they have a kid whose name is Alucard. And so he's not necessarily just pure evil. And the Belmont family, they're just a group of like hunters that trains to fight ghouls, zombies, and vampires mainly. You know, all the enemy types that's in the Castlevania universe, they train to. Okay, this is gonna have to go off camera. His boot, but they train to fight all those different creatures that's in the universe of Castlevania. And each generation, when one Belmont dies, another ancestor has to take over the reins to fight Dracula. Because Dracula, every time they kill him in the story, he gets resurrected. He comes back. The castle comes back and everything. So, a new generation has to come back and fight Dracula. So that's the general idea of Castlevania without going into spoilers on this story. If that makes sense. So now I'm just working on his left leg and his left foot actually, and I'm just sort of like just plotting out how it's gonna go. I don't want it to be too big, but I don't want it to be too small either. So something like this seems okay. And his other leg is going to be going off camera. You could just say that he's maybe standing on some rocks. It might be a little bit hard to see because this is still the early stage of this drawing. Just giving it a little background. Maybe some more rocks here under his, sort of like under his shadow. There's another rock there. Maybe there's a giant boulder here or something. Right? Just to break up the background. So that you know that he's standing, he's not just standing in the air, but there's actually some kind of plane in the background. So that way, hope you guys can see that. I can even zoom in a little bit, come in a little bit closer so you can see a lot better. Let me just, 1 second guys, since I'm doing this live. Alright, so now I'm gonna do his whip. Oh, the music to be too loud. Hope you guys can hear me clearly. Alright, so now I'm gonna do his famous whip. And in Smash Brothers, his whip is sort of like a chainmail, but I'm not gonna make it a chainmail. I'm gonna make it the sort of like a combination of the two. So it's gonna be leather. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do the leather whip. So it'll be sort of like this. So I already have a guideline that I'm following along. it like that. Yep, just like that. So then now I'm gonna follow the same line that I just drew. And now the line weight for this whip is gonna get thin and thick as I follow it around. Because I'm gonna show that it twists and turns around. Something like that. I'm gonna go over it again with a darker, sort of like with a darker H pencil. But for now, this is okay. Just like that. Something like that. And then now I'm just going to draw some lines going through the whip to show some type of definition. Some are close lines, some are further apart. Hope you guys can see that. So now a little bit on this handle. So like some of his, maybe one of his fingers over here, like that. Another one of his fingers over here. Maybe another one is over here like that. Just drawing the fingers. Sort of like that. And where his hand is. Okay. I'm gonna make this lighter a little bit. But at the same time, I don't want it to be too bright. So lower this light. So you guys can see that a little bit better. I think that looks the best. Alright. So now I'm going to work more on his belt. Sort of like the buttons for his shirt. In terms of his character design, he sort of reminds me of He-Man. I don't know why. He always reminds me of He-Man from Master of the Universe. That's who he always remind me of. Like everything from the 80s. Well, I'm not sure if Castlevania came out in the 80s. I believe it's actually, yeah, I think it did come out in the 80s. The original one on the NES, I think. If not, it might have been 1990. but I think it was the 80s. A lot of the stuff that was popular uh, in the early 90s, mid 90s, all came out in the 80s. I don't know what it is about the 80s that was so like a magical time when it came to like creativity and cartoon shows, TV shows, and even music. There's a lot of stuff that happened in the 80s. He sort of have like these underpants that's sort of like ripped. I don't know how I'm gonna draw that, but I'm gonna sort of like do my own version of like ripped underwear. Something like that. And I'm gonna do it again on this side. Let's get the ripped underwear. Sort of like that. That's good. I'm just gonna draw a couple of lines to show that it's like a cloth material. That looks good. That looks good. Guys, if you're just joining me, I am drawing Castlevania Simon's Belmont. Not Simon's Belmont, but Simon Belmont. That's what I'm drawing. Now I'm drawing the belt buckles. Some of these belt buckles. Mind you, it's been like 2 months since I drew anything, so I'm gonna be pretty rusty. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to do a pencil drawing, just to get back into the flow. Even though I'm still gonna do like a lot of shadowing, but nothing too complicated. I mean, technically, this is still a complicated drawing, but I'm not doing any type of rendering. So, since I'm not doing any type of rendering, I don't. What I mean by rendering, coloring, when it comes to rendering. So, this drawing will be a little bit faster. Sort of like that. And this side, I'm not really going to draw too much of the buckles. Just gonna like that. And you'll be able to see the drawing a lot better once I start adding the shadows in it. Right now this is just the outline that I'm doing, so it's going to be a little bit harder to see. But once I get into the shadow, you'll be able to see what I'm doing a lot better. Also, I'm looking forward to there's gonna be a prequel. I think no, a sequel to the Netflix show. So I'm looking forward to watching that. Okay, so now I'm trying to look at his hand, but I can't. One second, I gotta see what his hand is doing. Alright, so I'm gonna erase that. I don't like what his right hand is doing, so I'm gonna get rid of it and look at it again. Hand is sort of like off camera, but I'm drawing some of it here. So you can almost see some of his hand. Just like that. That looks a little bit better. Okay, now that I got that done, what I will be doing now is going a little bit darker. So now you guys will be able to see a lot better now that I'm going to be going a lot darker. Okay, so pretty much that is a little bit too dark. It's a 2B, 3B, 8B, so I guess, yeah, so just 2B. Just gotta be careful. So now I'm just doing the outlines of where all the shadow pieces are going to be. So all under here. I'm not sure which direction the light source is coming from, but I'm just gonna make it come from the left side. That's what I usually choose. And this drawing, I don't want it to get too dark, like how I usually do most of them. So I'm gonna try to keep it as light as I can. Just like that. It's looking good. It's coming together. It's coming together. I just have to get the other dark sides. little bit. I need another lighter pencil. This is a little bit too dark for now. So what I'm gonna do is use a lighter pencil, which is the 2H, and just start shading in. And then I changed the direction of the light source. It's coming from the right side. So I'm just gonna doing the light source, the shading. This is the first pass that I'm doing. So like sort of like the first layer of gradation that I'm gonna do. First layer. That's good. Just a little bit of gradation under his belt. Shadows under his chest, some shadows under his armpit, just eyeballing where I think the shadows are going to land. Some under his chin. Here again under his armpit, hope that's coming through pretty well that you guys can see. Now I'm going to do the left side, his left foot, his left quadriceps. And all I'm doing is following the contours, the shapes of his muscles when it comes to the shadowing. I believe is furthest away from the light, that's where I'm going to shade it. So there's going to be some shadows on his foot right here. And all I'm doing is cross-hatching. Not necessarily cross-hatching, I'm just hatching. So I'm going to do the same with his hair. That looks good. And then yep, that's what I'm doing with his hair. this light over so I can see a little bit better. I can see a little bit better now. I was sort of like shading blindly. Some shadows on his whip. I don't know. When it comes to the weapons of Castlevania, I always liked Alucard more than Simon Belmont. I don't know. I felt like Alucard was more fun to play with compared to Simon Belmont. Okay, now that that's pretty much done. Now I'm gonna go back in with this darker color and lightly add some more definition where I think it needs to go. Sort of like that. It's looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Alright, so I gotta make sure I pay attention that the light is coming from the right hand side. Sometimes when you're drawing, you sort of forget. You just start to draw and then you don't even think about it. You know, you just. So that's why sometimes you just have to stop what you're doing and just take a look at your drawing to make sure that you're achieving what you looked out to do. You know, look at the bigger picture because it's so easy to get into details and then you forget your objective or the vision that you were trying to do in the first place, you know. So that's why I took a stop and just look and make sure that okay, I'm still on track of doing what I wanted to do with this drawing. Sorry about that. All right, switching songs. All right, so there'll be some shadows under some there. So make sure I get the shadows under his chin. Also under his biceps. shadows under his chest. Can't find my lighter gradient, so this is gonna come out a little bit darker than I would like. It's okay. Sometimes I like to bounce around, so that's what I'm doing right now. Make sure I get this side of the gauntlet. A little bit of his hand. Some of his hand over here. Shadows there. I don't want it to be too much detail. Just enough. Oh, I'm feeling this music right here. Very 80s. Let's turn that up a little bit. Feeling that. Yep, I like this. I'm an 80s baby and I love this type of music. Loving this track right now. Okay. Have you noticed that sometimes a right track can make you even draw better? Because once you get in the groove of the song, you sort of like get in the groove of the actual drawing. So sometimes you gotta pick the right tracks to flow better with your drawings. And this is hitting the spot right now for me. One more time. No! Yes. Let's bring it back. Bring that back. Love it. Now I'm doing the ground. All right. Okay, this is almost done. Guys, if you just joined me right now, I am doing Simon Belmont from Castlevania, and it's pretty much almost done. Zoom in real close and try to get his eyes. Okay, so one eyebrow. drawing some clouds right now. But I think it's pretty much alright, guys and girls. This drawing is coming to an end. Thank you once again for joining me. If you just joined, I just did the Simon Belmont sketch from Castlevania. If you don't know what Castlevania is, I suggest you look it up. But there's currently an awesome show on Netflix for Castlevania, and if you're into any type of action adventure type of show, you will enjoy. I promise you will enjoy the show on Netflix because it's pretty good. So again, this Simon Belmont that I'm drawing is from the Super Famicom version. That is the old school art from the Super Nintendo version of Simon Belmont I'm doing. He's not the character that you see in the Netflix show. But again, I will have a more in-depth version of this live stream, cut down from the hour that it took me to do this live stream. It's going to be like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and that particular video is going to have the whole background of the character and a speed painting version of this drawing, so it'll be a lot quicker, so you don't have to sit through and watch me draw it step by step. But I'm still going to explain what I'm going to be doing in the shorter version. If you're a subscriber of this channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. And again, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I'm finally back. It's been a long time. It's been like 2 months since I uploaded a video, and I know this channel has been on and off, but it's been a crazy year and the year before for me, with the COVID thing, and the other with my laptop recently it was literally at Micro Center for 2 months. Had a whole issue with them fixing the screen for my laptop and with warranty and stuff like that. So, but I got it fixed, and now I'm back, and hopefully I can do regular uploads again. So again, I will be doing a shorter version of this, and look out for the next live stream on the new drawing that I will be doing coming this week. Again, thank you guys once again for joining me, and I will catch you on the next one. You guys have a great day or great night whenever you're watching this video, and check you on the next one. I'm out. I love this song. One more with this song. Oh God, I just love this. So 80s. Once again, guys, I'll check you on the next one. And I see you guys later. Thank you once again for joining me. And you have a great day.